Good afternoon. Welcome on in to another episode of From Day One. This afternoon, we head on out to California along with our good friend Vin Bellion, where a subset claims he's not only, a subset, but also the Alpha and the Omega.
I do. Um,
What's your name and badge number?
I'm Officer Thomas with the California Highway Patrol. It's ID 19714.
Okay, can I see your credentials also?
My credentials?
Yes.
Absolutely, they're right here.
Your license and everything else?
My license?
Yes.
No, I'll show you my work ID though.
Yeah, we need your bond number also.
No.
You're required to by...
So I'm employed by the state of California as a police officer.
Leonard Thomas.
That's my post officer ID.
But they're a lot different than Virginia's.
Yep, it's California.
Okay.
Just want to make sure.
Yep.
So the reason why I'm stopping you is because of number one, you got the no plates on the vehicle, and number two.
That's why we put something on it because we want to make sure you were aware of it. Because I am a federal whistleblower, and that's my primary obligation is to make sure that everything, all the T's are crossed, and all the I's are dotted, and everybody's properly
Private Attorney
informed.
Generals.
Oh, I see. You're a private attorney general. In the same way that Anthony Williams, the guy who is now doing 20 years in federal prison, was an attorney general. Or more recently, One Stop, the guy who got arrested for impersonating a law enforcement officer.
Yeah,
well, at least you're in good company.
So, do you have a driver's license with you?
I do, but I don't need to show it to you because I'm not driving.
I'm not have to show you. I'm not obligated to show you.
Driver in the driver's seat.
I'm not
He's not
obligated to show you. I'm not driving.
Even traveling in the state of California, you're required to have a valid license.
Could I see that according, please?
Yes, under the California Constitution.
Okay,
So you can look that up on your phone. It's actually in the California.
So other motorists, travelers, it's under BCC 9-109.
Travelers even in the state of California require.
Yeah, we have a fee schedule. Verbal contract is $3,000. I just want to make sure that you are okay with your offers because we have a fee schedule.
I know what I'm allowed to do in the state of California. Number one is I'm able to stop motorists and motor vehicles.
Yeah, like you dumb fuck.
Proper identification on it. The other thing is in the California's Constitution, it actually states in there that you're required to have.
Are you sworn under the Constitution?
I'm sworn under the United States Constitution, and I represent the California Constitution as well.
Good. Because we're private. And I'm not obligated to show you anything of the sort of no laws broken. There's no crime committed. We have paperwork we showed you. I don't have to show you any credentials assigned by the state that are copyleft, copyright, and trademark.
The lengths that these people will go to get out of paying for registration is astonishing. And they use the legal system, the system they say they aren't a part of or doesn't apply to them to do it. But this cop knows all this, so ignores it and just carries on doing his job.
Again, one of the things here in the state of California is that you're required to identify when you're even stopped for a traffic inspection.
Well, I have no name. I work for no man. I'm not for hire. My handle is Avisal. Notice they call me Avi. You can call me Avi. No, I don't have to show you any credentials.
Well, you keep telling yourself that little story, because if it's between California state law and the guy who claims to be a private attorney general, then I'm going to go with the law on this one.
Yeah, well, it probably is well, man.
Can he respond to Main Street at Diamond and Redwood?
Yeah, because I got a moron
you
here.
can also let Dave know we're here too.
Yeah,
Hank Crowder's the sheriff locally.
Yes,
he's
he is
aware
also.
of who we are. We made notice when we got here that we would be doing some investigative work.
Others that they're stupid.
I just love how these guys invoke the local sheriff like no other law enforcement has authority. That usually changes fast when the sheriff refuses to go along with their delusions. It's a thing of beauty to watch. So by all means, abuse 911 by calling the sheriff.
Wait a minute, they're called...
It's 5 Tom, David, Zebra, Adam.
Yeah, they are. They're fucking calling 911 with a cop there right next to them.
I guess Luigi's is pretty popular on Sunday nights.
They make pretty good food. That is something they do.
I told him I was craving some Italian food. We haven't had anything locally other than the burrito bandito.
So how long have you working for this company?
Really?
Who's your commander?
My commander here currently is Scott Pointer at commercial scale.
Okay.
Our lieutenant recently got promoted to captain. He's now up in Red.
Sweet.
Very well.
So in the meantime, I'm just going to get my supervisor here for the time being.
Please do. Yeah. We have commit no crime. Nothing. We weren't speeding anything else. We showed you paperwork that the car is fine. We just purchased it, but I don't have to show you any credentials that are copyrighted. And I'm sorry. I'm trying to save you $1 million per use. Because every million used is 30 million returned through the IRS. Thank you.
Wow.
You see, I knew the guy from Florida was selling himself too cheap by asking for just $500 to give his name and $100 to spread his feet.
That idiot.
You've got to think big when it comes to this stuff. You've got to think in the millions and not hundreds. I mean, you've got no chance of ever collecting a penny of it because you can't copyright your name. But if you're going to throw around fake numbers, then they may as well be big numbers.
No, I completely understand what you're going
I just want to save you the funds because there's a lot of credentials over codes being sold to us.
There's some differences that you're talking about that are not necessarily recognized in the state of California.
Right. Well, we're aware that the state of California has some issues.
And outside the 8-mile district of Columbia.
Well, like I said, the one thing that is required.
His mom used to be a deputy sheriff. We're aware where your pension funds all ended up. So, yeah.
We know the banking end of it, too. So it's like everything is signed is 30 million returned copyright. So I'm saving you that.
No, you're not.
Well, like I said, that's what we're going to wait for my supervisor to get here.
Sure.
And we'll go from there.
Yeah,
Sure.
Like I said, I know what you're
you.
required to do, what you're supposed to do, and what is going to possibly happen.
Yes, we're waiting on tags and stuff like that. It's already been done deal, but we're just protecting our rights and our travel till then.
First of all, this waiting for tag story doesn't make any sense because they claim later on in the video that the car is new from a dealership. Well, if that is the case, then they would have been issued with a temporary tag. The supervisor actually calls them out on this later on in the video. And secondly, you're not protecting any of your rights by driving around without registration plates because the state of California, like every other state, has the right to enact and enforce vehicle registration laws under the 10th Amendment of the Constitution, which sovereign citizens conveniently ignore when citing the Constitution. Anyway, backup has arrived, but before we get to that, we have these pearls of wisdom.
Oh, God.
So that's who was thinking about robbing us, huh? Well, Mr. Thomas accepted the fee schedule.
Yes, he did.
And I haven't been served a process of the California Constitution yet,
So let me get this straight. In your alternate reality, every police officer is required by law to carry around a copy of the state constitution and serve it to the driver automatically. And if that's not crazy enough for a fee schedule to have the force of law, in this alternate reality, all you have to do to agree to $1 million fee schedule is this. And these guys have the nerve to call police officers and government officials tyrants.
It's okay. He'll run the VIN number. He'll see that we've already ordered it. He'll see all our T's are crossed, all our I's are dotted.
Right.
We are who we say we are.
I'm highly doubting that.
And everything's going to be fine. They're going to see we're not the droids they see.
We're not the droids you see.
Yeah, no, sorry, but your Jedi mind tricks only work on the weak-minded. And here's the Jedi Master in the form of a California Highway Patrol supervisor to prove it. Eventually.
Oh, there we go.
Hello.
Hello. How are you, Mr. Burns?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Excellent. You guys all right?
Yeah,
we just came from dinner.
We came into town to try out this Luigi's dinner. We just went over here to the park to eat because you're not allowed to eat in the restaurant. So, and we hit Walmart. We probably wasted way too much money there.
Okay.
You probably didn't waste any money because you would have claimed that the only thing valid is gold and silver.
Because we're private.
We're private. I didn't do any breaking laws. He pulled us over because there's no plates. I am not obligated to show anybody anything. It's copyright, copyleft, trademark, and I'm.
Wait a minute. Copyright, copyleft?
What's your name and badge number?
Sergeant Paul Burns, ID 16355.
Thank you. There's no crime committed? There's no crime committed? Was there any crime committed?
driving without license plates on your vehicle is against the law, correct?
We have paperwork we provided, and it's legit. Are we free to go?
No, you're not.
What crime has been committed?
What
Who's
crime
in your
is being
party?
committed?
You were driving a vehicle down the road.
I don't drive.
And how did you render that legal conclusion?
I wasn't here.
Well,
I'm just telling you.
so you're hearsay of driving. Does it say taxi? Are we a taxi service? We're not a taxi service. We're not commercial. We're private.
I don't give a fuck.
That's right. You don't. You don't want to know.
Private individual.
Why don't we want to know? Oh, because your passenger is a supposed whistleblower of some kind, and you're both so-called private attorney generals who think they're above the law? No, dude. Nobody cares about who you are or what you do.
Individuals, just like your family and your home.
Right.
This is our private household good, and it has
No.
been properly registered with
Where's the license plate?
They haven't arrived yet.
They haven't arrived.
Okay, well.
Yeah, we just got a new mailbox key
How long
here.
did you buy it?
It was purchased on
1907.
August 14th, 2020, I believe, under our
16th.
But they gave you a temporary.
August 16th.
No, we did not get a temporary tag.
The dealer has to give you one when you leave the
They
dealer.
did not give us a temporary
Taped on
tag.
the back window,
I don't know.
and I don't know what else to say. That's
He taped it on the back window. We haven't touched it since he gave it to us.
it's whoever taped it on the back window still there.
So the dealership stuck a not for hire sticker on the back of your vehicle instead of issuing you with a temporary tag. Yeah, I smell bullshit, and so does the supervisor.
We didn't break any laws. Didn't speed any
Other
crimes.
than all of
Did we commit any
them.
crime? No.
That's how they do it.
Yeah, so they get that since January 1st. They give you like a printout. I'm sure you may have seen one of other cars. It's a bigger one with similar letters as a license plate. That's what they're supposed to give you until your new ones arrive. So
Well, that's why we marked our
That's probably
auto
why we didn't have
private, because we're not for hire.
So it was you and not the dealership who stuck the not for hire sticker on the back. What a surprise.
Right.
hire has nothing.
Well, that's what you have
Regardless,
for.
it's a federal. It's a federal.
In California, whether you agree with it or not, the law says
Yeah, well,
you're
your
gonna
offer is not accepted. So if
you
you,
want to listen or you're going to keep talking over us?
Oh, wow.
We have
Must
no
be public
problem
servant.
explaining.
I like that one. The offer's not accepted.
Anyways,
Yeah,
Sergeant
I
Burns,
just don't want to
Chris.
talk over you.
Yes.
You're an idiot.
Okay. So when you purchase a vehicle it was either started in October but became enforceable in January, they were supposed to put a temporary license plate, just a paper one with the numbers, like a temporary number. Did they not give you that?
No.
we're private for now until we get our paperwork. We didn't get anything like that.
You keep saying you're private, but it doesn't.
Right, that's correct.
The laws of California.
Well, the laws of California are different from our province. So
You're in California, sir.
you're on the Alvarado province also. So we're private.
Okay.
Federal contracts 3,000, give or take a minute out of the hour. It's 250,000 for 15 minutes, keeping us here
Okay.
on our fee schedule. Your name and badge number will be billed.
No.
Yeah, that's not how any of that works at all. Both parties need to agree for a verbal contract to be binding. So a cop humouring you by saying that's fine and fair enough to your absurd fee schedule is not a verbal agreement. But then again, you think driving is a commercial term only, so I don't expect you to grasp it. So you can throw these big numbers around all day long. All you're really doing is wasting oxygen and taxpayers' money by keeping these officers tied up here. Speaking of which, shouldn't these guys be in handcuffs already?
Did we commit any crime?
Yes.
You're driving a vehicle.
I'm not
It's a
driving.
legal conclusion. The definition of the word driving in the
it's a legal
English
conclusion.
language, which is the official language for the state of California, is different than the legal word, the legal definition.
We're law enforcement. We're not English teachers.
Well, actually, a jury is law enforced.
Jury
No.
But you are
that's
public office.
judicial.
Well,
That's
yeah.
judicial.
Do you have a license to
Public
practice
servant.
law?
We appreciate that. We do.
Did you see any crimes committed?
I wasn't here,
Good. Because you didn't see anything.
but I can see that there's no plate on the back of your truck.
Right.
First of all, the definition of the word driver is whatever the state of California defines it as,
Right.
not some random dictionary you decided to choose because that definition suits you. And secondly, you've got a nerve asking this cop if he has a license to practice law when you're the one calling yourself a private attorney general. And finally, like this officer has just pointed out, he can see with his own eyes that you don't have a license plate, so you haven't got a leg to stand on, mate.
Right, and
Well,
as we
it's a
have
private
explained,
household
we haven't
consumer
received
product.
it yet. So
It comes with
what
a
would
fee
you like us
schedule.
to do?
Well, what I would like you to do is provide your driver's license or identification so that we can proceed with the contact and you can go on your
I'm not giving you credentials to sign. It's copyrighted. To save you $1 million per use, I'm not going to give it to you.
I offered to Mr. Thomas if he'd like to call the local sheriff who's aware of who we are, why we're here.
You will have to be arrested.
If you take me to jail, it'll be $1 million per hour on your bill. Your name and badge number. Your bond number, please.
I don't have a bond.
You have to have a bond number.
You have to have a bond.
I have a badge number, not a bond.
Well, who insures you for your errors and omissions when you make a mistake?
The state of California.
The state of California.
I don't give you consent to even
I'm not
touch this car or any of us.
I'm not asking.
We're private household consumer goods. And it comes with a fee schedule.
Which is federal.
It's federal. Okay?
And the place to make that argument is in a court, not at the side of the road, or in this case, a parking lot. I mean, you will be left out of the courtroom because you cannot pick and choose which laws you want to follow, regardless of how much word salad you throw around.
Right, but
outside the 8 mile square district of Columbia, you have no authority. Okay? So, is there a crime committed?
I hear what you're saying.
Is there a crime committed?
I don't agree with anything you're saying, but that's okay.
I don't agree with what you're saying. I understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay? I'm the Alpha Omega. I am who I am, who I am. A live man. I don't do business with no other corporations. I have not for hire. I have no name. I work for no man. I'm the Alpha Omega in perpetuity. Witness.
Of course you are, buddy. Now slip into this straitjacket and follow me into this padded room until we can get you a psychiatric evaluation. I mean, I knew subsets were delusional, but referring to yourself as Jesus, basically, is a bit weird on a traffic stop, I must say.
Well, by failing to identify yourself also, you are committing...
If you are going to create a law, you better have a law license to create that.
I didn't create it.
Well, I don't agree with you, so...
So man
no crime, man to man.
Man to man.
You're not going to kidnap any of us.
It won't be kidnapped.
It's not going to be at all. You're not going to touch any of us here. I'm going to have to call your supervisor. You get your supervisor out here.
I am the supervisor.
You get your supervisor, your commander.
No.
I order you to get your commander.
I don't follow that order.
Then I would like to call the sheriff on a 911 call right now because this sounds like it's not going the way that it needs to be going.
You think misuse of 911 on top of charges for driving without plates and refusing to identify will remedy that? Again, this stop could have ended in a simple warning, or at the very least, a ticket for no plates. But Mr. and Mrs. Alpha and Omega, in combination with their industrial strength stupidity, are determined to make sure that that doesn't happen.
You're failing to provide a federal case number 00101.
Identification or not?
Federal case number 00101. You have to provide your
Under
credentials.
threat,
Under threat.
we're armed, we're unarmed, peaceful inhabitants.
So remember that he said he wasn't armed because that doesn't seem to be the case when they eventually go in for the arrest.
And you're threatening our holy temple. Therefore, I am calling 911
the sheriff
because I feel my life is being threatened for
you
no
failed
reason.
Is that a no?
A federal case number 00101.
Yes or no?
I am saying nothing to you.
Okay.
I am commanding you
Step out of the vehicle.
that you are not going to touch none of us.
Step out of the vehicle.
You are not going to. No, we're a private community.
My life is being
We're being threatened by a state patrol.
Pharmacy, parking lot, private parking lot.
I demand you to show me your credentials and call your commander.
My private vehicle, my temple is
federal case number 00101.
Which have armed
You failed to provide your bond
public
number and your
servants, some of
insurance.
which have failed to
I
identify,
asked you for that.
some of which are
You are
practicing law
obliged
without a
to do so.
license. All of them are
I
armed.
ordered you to.
They are threatening
You work
to
for me.
remove us from
I don't
our
work for you.
vehicle where we have committed no crime.
That's right. No crime is
All of our
committed.
legal documentation
Ask
is
for
provided. I
credentials.
need sheriff
You're escalating the situation by
over
creating
here right
laws.
now,
Recognize
please.
the state of
You're creating a bullshit situation by creating your own laws by asking people to do so. Slavery is illegal and unlawful. I will have to bill you $250,000 for 15 minutes. Do you want to continue?
Oh yes, let's definitely continue with this because listening to a couple so ignorant and out of touch with reality that they can quite easily and without irony compare registration plate laws to slavery, all while the passenger calls 911 on the police, is comedy gold. So yes, please continue.
I will do my job.
It will be 1 million per frame, 30 frames per count, digital count per
I will
second.
do my job.
Video camera subpoenaed for federal court.
We will do our job.
Your name and badge number
I give it to
will be
you.
law and liability for any damages to this auto or us. We do not give you consent to touch this vehicle or us.
We understand.
We do not serve private
We do not serve private
We've
corporations.
never been served a copy of
You
the
work for us?
California Constitution. We don't live
You may
under
be
the
you may be
California
dismissed.
Constitution.
You're free to go. We did not commit no crime.
Thank you. I didn't ask for your permission for nothing.
I'm giving you an order.
Are you going to step out of the vehicle?
Call your commander. Call your
Are you
commander.
going to come out of the vehicle?
Call your commander.
Are you going to come out of the vehicle?
You need to call your commander.
Are you coming out of the
Or
vehicle?
wait for the sheriff to arrive to show credentials.
You're committing a crime.
You're committing a federal crime.
Sergeant Burns, you're committing a crime.
16355.
16355. How?
You're going to step out of the vehicle on your own.
A man is attempting to kidnap us at our private consumer goods.
Step out of the vehicle on your own.
At the pharmacist, yes.
No, they're committing a crime.
They're committing a federal crime.
My public servants, but they're committing a crime. I'm not missing you.
We're not missing you, 911.
They have tasers. I'm not committing the crime here. You need to contact the sheriff.
If you harm me,
that's 100 million. Please touch him. I give you consent to beat the shit out of me.
don't touch me. No. Get off me. That's a my phone out of my hand.
Oh, there's a weapon. After you claimed you had no weapons.
So he lied about not having a weapon, with one of the officers pointing out that he had a knife on his right side. What a surprise. Not that it's illegal to carry a knife, I just find it interesting that those who accuse others of dishonesty and criminal behaviour are usually the ones doing it themselves. Every accusation is an admission of guilt with soft sits. Anyway, the remainder of the video is just audio where CHP discussed towing the vehicle, but then the passenger hands over her driver's license. The video ends soon after that. Anyway, if you managed to get through to the end of this video, then I thank you and I salute you. I truly do.
I definitely thank you, Dan, for coming along with us this afternoon. We'll finish up this final fight, and then we will go ahead and bring the afternoon to a close. Of course, come on back tonight for more fun, more substance, and more morons here on From Day One. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Be kind to one another and release the Krakens. As we march along this afternoon and every afternoon here from Day One. Have the best of afternoons. We'll see you tonight.